You will be seeing a lot of, hearing a lot of details about my life throughout this video because that's what my dolls are to me. They're the story of my life, and so by telling you guys about my dolls and how I got them and the stories around them, it's kind of telling you my life story. Things, welcome back to the channel. Welcome in if you are new. I didn't think I was gonna make a video like this. I always told myself if I did make a video like this, it would be when I'm done collecting. And I mean, right now I'm in a mood set where I don't want to get any more dolls right now. That's about as close as I'm gonna get. So I'm gonna be showing you guys my dolls in the order of which I got them. I don't technically have a first doll, but I do consider Molly to be my first doll. She was actually a gift to my parents as well because our neighbor had a daughter who was about 14 and no longer interested in her dolls. So she pretty much gave my mom everything that she had, both of the dolls and what little of the clothes that she did have. I got her in 2007, but the tag on her says 2008. Which is kind of weird. She doesn't have a Pleasant Company head anymore. It did get replaced at the doll hospital. She has the bad eyes. I need to send her in to get those replaced again because I don't like them. Because I also just don't like doing her hair because her hair is like, Molly's story is very special to me, but the hair isn't that fun because it always looks like it's supposed to be in a braid. Her story to me was always very special because growing up my dad was deployed a lot and not home, and a lot of Molly's story is missing her dad and wishing her dad was there. So as a child I really related to that. She's wearing her dad's locket and she's wearing the the Raelynn poodle outfit. I mean, come on, this outfit looks good on any doll. Anyone can work this. Molly wasn't technically my first doll. She was one of my first two dolls. I got two dolls at the same time when my mom didn't have to pay a dime. So my first two dolls were Molly and Marisol in 2007. So these dolls weren't very old at the time, but they were well loved, so they weren't in the best condition. They weren't in terrible condition. But when I was gifted them, they didn't get in any worse condition because I was a doll child. I worshipped my dolls. I always treated them like they were my babies. Like I would carry them like, cradle them like babies. But when I did first get Marisol, because we didn't know that they were Girl of the Year dolls, we just thought that they were historical dolls and Truly Me dolls. And she didn't seem like she was any of the historical dolls, so we thought she was a Truly Me doll. So I called Marisol, her full name Marisol Sarah Luna, because Sarah is the name I called her before I knew who she was. So about a year passed, and during that year I treated my dolls like princesses. So the following Christmas, my mom decided to get me Emily, Molly's best friend. So that was when I got Emily. I was 5 years old. I call her Emily Primrose Bennett. It's a name from her story. I think it's like her mom's name or her aunt's name or something. Her hair isn't in the best condition because I spent a lot of time brushing it when I was little. So yeah, this was my third doll. So fast forward a couple of years. By a couple of years, I mean like 4 years. My family's living in Japan. I'm 9 years old and I discover a G-tube. And I get really into it, okay? I get really into my American Girl dolls, like more than I ever have been. And I was just McKenna, or Caroline. I couldn't decide which one I wanted to ask Santa for Christmas. The story of my next doll is actually how I found out about Santa Claus. I really wanted McKenna, but I told him, Santa Claus, it's okay if you can't get me McKenna, because I really want Caroline too, and I'd be really thankful to get either one of them. I was opening my present on Christmas, and I got Rebecca. And when I first saw the doll, her eyes were closed, so I thought, oh my god, it's McKenna. And my mom tried to get McKenna for me. McKenna was out of stock. And if you remember 2012, you'll know that McKenna, very high demand, sold out really fast. My mom had to decide another doll to get me. And I hadn't told her what I wanted that year. I just didn't tell her. I kept it a secret because I thought it was going to be a thing between me and Santa Claus. My mom thought that I was testing her to see if Santa was real. That was not the case at all. So Rebecca is how I found out that Santa Claus wasn't real. My mom caught me looking at Rebecca's page in a catalog, and that was how I ended up getting her. Her hair is not in the best condition. It's barely curly anymore. It's very dry and frizzy. I really like to dress her in fancy dresses. My grandma makes a lot of fancy dresses, so I have a lot of them to choose from. This is actually the first dress that she ever made me. So my grandma made this, guys. Like, she made this. And the tights are from an Our Generation ballerina outfit, and she's just wearing some American Girl dress shoes. So that was Christmas of 2012. So going into the new year of 2013, McKenna's gone, and Saige makes her entrance into the new year. And me and my friend Megan, we were so obsessed with American Girl. Like, I totally got her into that. It was 100% my fault. March rolls around, and my dad gets a bonus. He's in the military, so it happened once in a blue moon. And he wanted to get something special for me and my brother. He opened up the American Girl website without even asking me what I wanted, okay? He knew that I would want a doll, and it was just Saige. Immediately, I knew I wanted Saige. So, on March 17th, 2013, and we lived in Japan, so it took very, very long time for packages to arrive, like 3 weeks. And the waiting was torture. And I still remember the day that I came home and I opened Saige. 100%. My friend fell in love with this doll after I got her, and it's actually why the back of her, like her neck strings, if I can pull them out, they've got this like blue Sharpie mark on it because we had to mark our, one of us had to mark our doll to make it so that we could distinguish between them, and Megan absolutely refused to do that, so I had to mark my doll, which I remember at the time I was very sour about, but now it's very sweet because when I look at it, I remember playing with our dolls. I French braided her hair for the first time. I finally learned how to French braid because for the longest time I couldn't figure out how to do any type of special braid on my dolls, and I'm finally getting it now. And she's wearing that Western Our Generation outfit with her meat boots at the moment. I love these boots to death. And her eyes are so pretty. She's got earrings in, little horse necklace. And her full name is Saige Eliza Copeland. Did I tell you guys Rebecca's name? It's Rebecca Ann Rubin. So because I wasn't expecting to get an American Girl doll in March, it was a complete surprise to me that happened. I was already saving up my money for another doll. It was April 7th at the time, and the post office was closed, but we received a notification that my doll was delivered, so I had to do this torturous waiting until the next day, April 8th, for my dad to go to the post office and get my doll. This doll affected me a lot. Like, I saw her in the catalog, and that was why I got rid of my bangs as a child, because I wanted to look like her. Taylor Elizabeth Willow. She's the number 55, and she's my 6th doll. Her hair is not in the best condition. It's been a little fried and a little cut, but it looks fine when it's in braids. And she's wearing that really cute Truly Me outfit from American Girl. Well, at least the dress is from it. She's just wearing a plain white tee underneath it. She's wearing these star earrings that kind of dangle down like a constellation. And the shoes are from Corrine's casual outfit. So that was the rest of the only dolls that I got in 2013. So 2014 rolls around, and oh my god, the new girl of the year. She's got pink hair. My friend and I were gaga over that. So 2014 was when I had my 11th birthday, and it was American Girl themed. My grandma wanted to do something special, even though she couldn't be there for my birthday because we lived in Japan. So what she wanted my parents to do for my birthday was to put up a little scavenger hunt. Have me find my gift at the end of the scavenger hunt. I'll try and there's a video of that moment. I'll try and insert it here if I remember. My 7th doll is Isabelle Gelsey Palmer. So her middle name actually has a funny story because it's not Chelsea, it's Gelsey. I actually named her after my first online friend that I ever had. I unfortunately lost touch with her when I accidentally unfriended her, and I felt so bad about it, but my friend did tell me that she had hazel eyes and kind of like blondish hair with hazel highlights, whatever that means. So because it seemed to me that she, in her online character, was always blonde and had green eyes, so I kind of put an homage to her in Isabelle's name. I don't know how to put these hair extensions in for the life of me. I can't do it. I don't like Isabelle's hair. Like, now that I'm older, I'm like, the hair extension, overrated, you know? Like, it's just hard to do anything with it. Lovely waterfall braid. But I do love Isabelle. I've been debating replacing her wig with a Tenny wig just because I'd have a lot more fun with that. And maybe she like changes her hairstyle because she's older now. She's not 11 years old anymore, and you know, neither am I. So 2014 was actually the year that my family moved away from Japan. I was saving up my money the whole year. Because when I was into American Girl, that's pretty much what I did the whole time. I saved my money. And when we went to the seafood festival, my mom, she found a lady selling a secondhand Chrissa doll with a bunch of accessories. She was adamant that I didn't need any more dolls and I was going to grow out of it, and so she didn't want me to get any more dolls. My mom knew that it was a good deal. It was all this stuff for my dolls, and the doll itself was all for $35, and she was just going to buy the accessories, but it would be a good surprise because my parents had told me straight out that they were never going to get me any more doll stuff because they thought I was too old for it. So that was it. There was no more. I know, this isn't Chrissa. I turned Chrissa into a boy because Chrissa was in very bad condition, and I didn't bond with Chrissa because Chrissa had such bad hair. I turned Chrissa into Matthew Carter Kenobi, which is this boy right here. I've considered turning him back into Chrissa because Chrissa is offered at the doll hospital, Chrissa's head replacement, so I could get a head replacement and just turn him back into Chrissa. Because I love the Chrissa movie, and I love Chrissa's collection, and I'm very bonded to Chrissa as a character, so it feels weird to have a Chrissa doll that's not a Chrissa doll. So I think I'm also very bonded to Matthew as Matthew though, so I'm very on the fence about it. There was nail polish in the mouth that I removed. There was a stain on the body that I removed. I fixed his legs. They were very loose. And his arms and his limbs have been tightened by me. So the only problem is the wig I got. But the wig I have right now, that's the Chrissa wig, has been cut. So if I do turn him back into Chrissa, it's going to cost me like $50 for a head replacement. But he's currently wearing the plaid outfit from the Janie and Jack collection. He looks very spiffy in it, if I do say so myself. His eyes are beautiful, but they're also Chrissa's eyes. So I don't know, maybe I will turn him back into Chrissa. A couple days before Christmas, I actually ordered a doll with my own money. And my mom tried to convince me not to do that, obviously, because she had gotten me a doll already. And I was going to open her on Christmas. I didn't know that. She couldn't tell me that. And so I ordered a doll. My number 21, Kylie Annalise Beeco. I've kept her pin curls. Her hair is still like brand new, if you can tell. I do style it. It's not because I don't touch it. I just haven't really wet it. Which a lot of people say you shouldn't brush your doll's hair unless you can wet it. But I found that wetting their hair over time kind of dries their hair out. So when I got Kylie, I just decided to try to not wet her hair ever and to see if that helped. And it actually did. Her hair is just like the day I got her. She's wearing an Our Generation sweater, a random black t-shirt that I got from the Czech Republic, don't ask, and Sophia's doll brand leggings. And these boots are actually from the Doll Factory, which is a doll clothes store found in Charleston, South Carolina. My next doll was probably the worst financial decision I ever made, because I was introduced to eBay in 2015. I saw this doll and I just had to have her, and I don't know why. It was a used Julie doll that was custom. She just had a different wig. She was $120. January 21st. I got Julie a Katie. I regret this. You can tell that her lip kind of looked like they were trying to pierce it. Oh God, you're focused on me, I'm so sorry. And they pierced her ears with the at-home method, so she's actually wearing a pair of my old earrings, which I can't wear because I don't have pierced ears. So I'm probably gonna turn her into a boy doll, use her in a couple films, turn her into a zombie for my Halloween film this year. Then I'm probably gonna get rid of her. So in 2019, I got a lot of money for my birthday, which my parents are like really stingy with that. Like, they don't give me money for holidays because they know what I'm gonna do with it. Especially now that I'm older, I'm more of a saver than I am a spender. So they still abide by that because they don't want to risk that I'll buy doll stuff. Like, y'all can't stop me. Y'all might as well embrace it. So when I got enough birthday money, and I've been kind of been eyeing up Luciana, like her vibe. I loved her vibe, but her collection was all sold out at the time. But they were still selling the doll. I got Luciana. I got Luciana, Emilia. You know what? We're just gonna leave it like that. I got Luciana, Emilia, Vega, and I love to put glasses on her, but they never stay on because of her freaking bangs. But she's real cute. She's real nerdy, you know. She's wearing Saige's dress. I don't really abide by a fashion style for my dolls because I change them too much to do that. I just dress them in whatever I feel like they'd look good in. I mean, she looks pretty cool right now. Cool dude. I'm done. So 2019 was a strange year for my family. We were going to move across the country to Arizona. Long, stressful period of time where my mom and I were trying to sell the house. And so I kind of helped her a lot with the cleaning of the house and keeping the house good for showings. My mom thought I was being very good about it and that I was had a good attitude about it. I wasn't complaining, and there were times where I would stay up all night just to help my mom clean and pack on top of doing all my schoolwork at home. When she was on Facebook Marketplace, you know, she would get doll listings in the area because I stole her phone sometimes and looked at her Marketplace. I saw a listing for a Josephina doll for like $35. And I was like, ooh. And my mom was like, no, don't even think about it. But while I was doing schoolwork one day, my mom came in holding this. And she was actually dressed this exact way now that I think about it. Except for the necklace, because I got the necklace from a thrift store. It's from her accessory set. So she had the Be Forever outfit, and my mom got her for $35, and she was in pretty much great condition. Her hair's long, and I actually love to play with it, but sometimes it's overwhelming, so I have it tucked away to braid right now. She came with her full meat outfit, and I found her old meat outfit at a thrift store as well as her meat accessories and a couple of other of her outfits. I always was eyeing Josephina in the catalogs. I was like, oh my god, that doll's gorgeous. But I was like, I've always loved the historical collection, but I'm like, I'm never going to get enough money to get all the historical dolls. And Josephina, I actually have one of the mega book collections of like all her stories, which I haven't read them yet. So I'm gonna have to get around to reading her story because I love her fashions. I love her collection. Granted, I can't really get it. So she was my 12th doll. I got her September 26th to 2019, just before I moved to Arizona, I think. So for years and years, ever since 2012, I was always trying to get McKenna on eBay. I lost them all. I lost like 3 McKennas before I finally got one. So on January 23rd, 2020, I gifted myself a doll, this McKenna. And if you've seen pictures of her on my Instagram, you can see that other than a bit of hair trim, this doll is in perfect condition. Her hair is currently French braided and it looks as good in real life than it does on the camera. Wow. She's wearing her gymnastics shirt, which I got from an eBay clothes lot, and AG Truly Me pair of capris, a Sophia's Doll brand pair of tennis shoes, and I think this jacket is Sophia's Doll brand too, but I don't know. I got it from a thrift store. So yeah, McKenna Raelynn was my 13th doll. So McKenna was the only doll that I got in 2020 because it was a rough year for me. I was really depressed in 2020 after my cat died. But my dolls brought me out of it. My dolls made me feel better. When I had got enough money, I just felt like I felt like I wanted something, and it was the first time in a long time that I felt like I wanted something. Sorry. So when I felt like I wanted Jocelyn, it was the first time that I felt like I needed something that I could give myself. Of course, my parents don't understand and they just see it as needing another doll. But for me, my dolls are something on an emotional level for me. Emotional comfort. Oh, I'm so ugly and blotchy in this video. Oh, I'm gonna post it no matter how I feel about it. But what I'm trying to say is I got Jocelyn Elizabeth Kendrick. I bought her with my own money, and she's comforted me during many panic attacks. So after I got Joss on January 6th of 2021, I found a doll on Facebook Marketplace. And I've kind of gotten into this habit of doing this thing where I buy a doll for myself on my birthday, and it ends up being a Valentine's Day present for me, myself and I. Solo ride till I die, because I've been single like my whole life. I found a new inbox, Truly Me number 30. Someone at the lady's work bought the doll, and their child didn't want it, so they gave it to the person I bought it from, but their child never got into dolls either, so I bought her, new inbox, for $60, introducing Allison Yukina McConnell. So her middle name is actually an homage to a Japanese orphan that I was friends with. Because in my mind, she's like Jess's cousin, like the Girl of the Year doll. She's like her cousin, so she's kind of like part white, part Japanese. Kind of like, to me, that's what she is. So her headband is from My Life As at the Walmart brand. So is her dress and her sweater. And her shoes are American Girl, because My Life As doll outfits will never come with shoes. I don't know why. Chillin' like a villain. Chillin'. 2022 was actually the first year that I got in with the benefit sale. I told myself I wasn't going to spend money unless there was an item that I really wanted in my collection, or for lack of a better word, needed. They had a retired doll that I'd been wanting forever. I got her. And I already knew what I was going to name her. Because buying this doll secondhand, it's always in terrible condition. So I didn't want to get a secondhand one. So I knew if I could get a brand new one, I would get her. And I got her. Amber Leanne Brown. I got her from the benefit sale for about $50. She was obviously one of the returned dolls, I think. Although she has an X on her butt, which, if I'm not mistaken, an X on the booty means you've done your duty. You know, like you were a display doll in a store. She's wearing an Our Generation outfit that, if I'm not mistaken, this one's called All Fluttery. Like, it's the fluttery one. It's got like the the butterfly bracelet and the butterfly headband and the little sandal shoes, and it's a cute aesthetic outfit. I mean, our generation, it's not the same quality as American Girl, but they got some fashion, and their play sets are to die for. Like, I have the Our Generation Jeep, and it's just, oh my god. Her hair's a little messy, but she's beautiful. I love this doll so much. She got her ears pierced when I took her with, she was my newest doll when I went to the American Girl place in Nashville, so she's the doll I took with me, and she got her ears pierced there. God, she's so pretty. I'm deceased right now. Look at her. Oh, her face is so cold. Oh, hello, my child. 16th doll. 16th doll. And she got perma panties, but I don't care. I actually got 2 dolls at once. This next one. Because as you heard me say, I did go to the American Girl place in Nashville. Now, I kind of have this unspoken rule where I cannot get 2 dolls at once. It's just not a thing I do, because to me, I'm always afraid that if I get 2 dolls at once, it'll diminish the value of one over the other, and I don't ever want that. Like, to me, my dolls, I have to bond with them, and if I don't bond with them, I feel like they don't belong in my collection. I'm starting to feel like that may not be a rule that I can follow, because I kind of have a lot of dolls. But I knew for a fact that going to the American Girl store, I was going to get Corrine, because it was going to be probably my only chance ever to get an American Girl of the Year from the actual store. And it was like, while looking at her on Instagram, I was like, yes, I want this doll. I need her. It wasn't like one of those dolls where I was like, I really, really want her, but it's like, I felt like I already had her. Like, almost like psychically, I kept forgetting that I didn't have her. I went to the American Girl place, I picked her out in person. I thought the eyelashes would deter me, because I'm not a big fan of the eyelashes, like the new makeup look that they're doing with their dolls. I don't really like it. She's wearing the Lunar New Year outfit I just got. It looks great on her, I mean, come on. So I bought her with my own money, because I worked a summer job, and that's actually how I was able to buy Amber too, from the benefit sale. She was my 17th doll. On August 11th, I think, was the day that I went. Yeah, it was August 11th. Was the day that I went to the American Girl store. So the strangest thing happened when I was at the American Girl place. When my mom was walking in the store, you know, she was like, oh my god, that's... Like, she was kind of loving it. She was kind of loving it. So there was this doll that she really liked. And she said, if you wanted to get the Hawaii girl, I'll get her for you. So there was this outfit that she really liked, and this doll that she really liked. She really liked the Mary Ellen poodle skirt, and really liked Nanea. And so she bought me both of them. Called it a graduation present because I had just graduated in July. My mom is the reason why I have Nanea. I actually liked Nanea. But I always I didn't know if I would like her enough to have her in my collection, because of what they did with the eyelashes. I think it was like to add to the uniqueness of the face mold, but it does kind of look like an eyelash thing. So I didn't know how I would feel about it. Like, there are some days where I loved her and some days where I was questioning it. Like, I was always afraid that if I ordered her, I'd be like, I didn't like her. But when I saw her in person, I was like, okay, well, she's really good. And I told myself I wasn't going to get 2 dolls. I wasn't going to get 2 dolls. Wasn't going to do it. Nope. I had like $500 to spend at the store. When my mom said that about Nanea, I knew I was going to get them both. So my trip to the American Girl Nashville resulted in this. And I love Nanea, and I feel like Nanea is extra special to me, not because I got her at the same time as Corrine and she overshadows Corrine, but Nanea is extra special to me because she was a gift from my mom, and my mom, I didn't think that she had it in her to do that anymore, because she was always adamant that she was not gonna buy me any more doll stuff because she does not support it, yada yada. It just kind of showed me that at the end of the day they knew what made me happy, and it's those moments that really stick in my mind. They'll get me makeup and perfume, no problem, because that's what girls my age should be into, but they're not really the things that I really like. But I'll be into them because my mom wants me to be into them. So this was a moment where I could genuinely be myself, and I felt and I felt okay in being myself, and so Nanea kind of represents that to me. And she's special because my mom chose her, and she's really pretty, and I love her story. I read Nanea's story, and oh my god, I love it. I want to get the second book so bad. And her hair is so pretty and fun. It's wavy, so it's not the texture where it's like you've always got to curl it because you got to upkeep it, but it's like you can curl it if you want, or you can just brush through it and leave it down and let it fall as it may. I love wavy hair. It's... oh. Nanea's collection is so pretty. I want Nanea's collection so bad. I'm probably going to get it like gradually over time, but like she's wearing the in-store exclusive outfit that I got from the American Girl Store Seattle in 2014. Her name is Nanea Alice Mitchell, so when I have a middle name given to them by American Girl, I just kind of keep it that way. I'm true to them. I never change names. I never change their names. If American Girl gave them a name, that's their name. Is 2021 over? Not for my doll collection. I thought it was going to be. I very much intended for it to be. But there's a doll I've been eyeing. On Black Friday, she was on sale. And they were retiring this version of the doll. And this is another one of those dolls that you can't really get secondhand because they'd be in terrible condition. They had her on sale for $80. It was Black Friday sale. And I was like, holla, what up? So my 19th doll was a number 80. And I named her Adeline Bowman. I've always been eyeing up the Addie mold, and obviously I got my first Addie mold this year when I got that doll from the benefit sale. So this doll I got December 3rd with my own money. So I'm still smart with my money, but I do still reward myself, you know? Obviously. I feel like this doll is still so relatively new to me that I haven't bonded with her. This is my first doll with like textured hair. It's a different type of curly hair than my doll Amber. I don't know. I'll have to get more acquainted with her hair. Usually me falling in love with a doll, it has to do with the hair. The hair is a big part for me. I love doing their hair. So yeah. I just realized that her name Adeline Bowman, which I named her after the movie Age of Adeline, her nickname's Addie. I didn't mean to do that. Woo. So these next dolls were completely not anticipated. And it wasn't a doll I ever thought about getting, but I saw the listing and I thought about putting in an offer. It was $80, but I put in an offer for $70 because of how much the shipping would cost me. And I actually got it. And the doll was a Kailey Hopkins. She's a little orangey, which I didn't know was a thing until after I got a Kailey doll. But they actually do still have Kailey replacements at the doll hospital. And I think I will send her in because her wig is really shedding a lot. And like her hairs were like falling out. And I want to get it replaced while they still have replacements available. She's really old. This doll is as old as I am. She's from 2003. So love this doll. Like I felt that I connected with her instantly. I've slept with her a couple times, which I do sleep with my dolls. Because sometimes I just feel too anxious to go to sleep. That I find that when I first get a new doll, that period of time is very important for the bonding. When I first get the doll, if I don't bond with them within that certain period of time, then chances are they're not that special to me. I've kind of played around with the idea of Kailey D. Hopkins, because that's a name from her story. I kind of want to do something like that's a reference to the Sookie Stackhouse novels. As you can see, I'm a bit of a fan of the novels, and I watched the entire TV show. Granted, it was deeply disturbing, because the blood and gore doesn't bother me, but when people take their pants off, it does. So I kind of thought like maybe Kailey Sookie Hopkins, or Kailey Adele Hopkins. Their middle names are kind of my version of giving them my own name. So... but yeah, I got her on February 13th. I had a bit of a problem spending moment, okay? But it was all for my birthday, so it's fine. Just make sure you tell my mother that. So on February 20th, I got my next doll. This is a doll I've been trying to get for so long. There were two dolls that I've always been like, I need in my collection. I gotta have them. And I got them both. I was just done with the wanting, you know? I was ready for my collection to be at a place where I wanted it to be, and I felt like these two dolls were dolls that I needed to feel done. And I actually bought them, and I felt like I actually felt that way. Like I actually felt done. And so, to me, it felt worth it. They were dolls I felt like I really needed in my collection for it to ever feel complete, which is the only times I ever really justify buying dolls off eBay. I got Logan Jude Everett on February 20th for $115. I washed him up and now he's in like perfect condition. You know, he's wearing the gamer outfit. The little gamer outfit. He's got the full outfit on with the shoes and the pants and the hoodie. It's got the Xbox controller on it. I want to get the Xbox set so bad. The Xbox set is so cool, and as someone who used to play the Xbox and love the Xbox, I'm just like, yes please. If there's anything I like more than the Xbox, it's the Xbox for my dolls. A lot of people were upset about the fact that they used the Kaya face mold on him. I actually loved it. Which, just because they reused the face mold doesn't mean that Kaya's face mold was masculine. At least it wasn't masculine when used on her, but when they recreated the other face molds with like the closed mouths, it just looked so strange to me, just because those face molds felt like it was more right for them to have open mouths, and then this one was just right with the closed mouth. So I wish they had kept this face mold for the boys, because this is honestly my favorite boy face mold. But now I'm stuck because I can't get another doll with that face mold. And he's got gray eyes, which other than him, the only doll with gray eyes that I have is Molly. I have so much love for these inanimate objects. So literally the next day, my last doll came in the mail. So she's my 22nd doll. So my 22nd doll is Ivy Misaki Ling. That's actually a name from someone I knew in Japan. When they retired the best friends, I was so distraught. I was like, are you kidding? Because I wanted Cecile too, but I'm never gonna get Cecile. I've accepted that. I kind of regret how much I spent on her, but I was honestly just kind of impatient and ready to have her, and her hair isn't in the best condition. It looks fine when I have it tucked away in ponytails right now, but they actually do still have the Doll Hospital replacement parts for her head. I think I'm just going to send her in and get her a replacement head, just so I can have an Ivy that's like brand new. Because like I said, the hair is a big part of a doll for me. So because the hair is really frizzy and has a lot of split ends, and the bangs are very like disarrayed, I have her in the Julie's birthday outfit, and she's actually got pierced ears. That's another thing I loved about Ivy too. But I also loved Ivy's collection. Since I got her, the doll that I'm really eyeing up is Julie, because I definitely know I want to get Julie's collection, because I want to dress Ivy in all of the 70s and 80s stuff. But she's my 22nd doll, and combined with the 3 well-wishers that I have Camille Lee, Ashlyn L, Willow Larkin. I think I'm good for now with the dolls. I knew that if I told my mom that I was done buying dolls, that I would feel like that's not the case, but I just feel like I'm done for now, because buying 3 dolls at once is just something I've never done before, and I don't want to keep that up. Not because I don't have enough space for them, I do, but because I mean I have hooks on the wall for my dolls. I don't feel like it right now. Right now I'm kind of more interested in the clothes and the items to make the movies that I want to, and focusing on the dolls that I have now, and really bonding with the new ones I've gotten is definitely more important to me than quantity, because I'm not a collector. I'm not someone that, like, I have collector knowledge, and some dolls I keep for collector reasons, but I really get my dolls to bond with them. So that's it for today, guys. I'm sorry this was a really long video. I have a lot of dolls, and I like to talk about my dolls a lot. So yeah, if anyone wants to, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I'm very active on there. And so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye!